Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Thomas. Today we're back here with the kill count, and tonight, well, we're off the VHS 99. Yep, time for the turn of millennium. So, how about we check it out, huh? So, see how many kills and see who survives. Be sure to like, subscribe for more. Hope you enjoy. Here we go.
Welcome to the Kill Count.
Heyo.
Where we tally up the victims in all our favorite horror movies and show you how they were made. I'm James A. Janice.
I'm Chelsea Rebecca.
And I'm Zoran Y2K Compliant Gavoyage.
And today we're looking at VHS 99, released in 2022. Following the smash success of VHS 94, a sequel was quickly put together. David Bruckner and Radio Silence returned to produce alongside series creator Brad Miska. They all guided a group of filmmakers entirely new to the franchise, some of whom had already made horror movies we've covered on the channel, while others would go on to create solid contributions to the genre. Their segments ranged from straight horror comedy to straight up disgusting, often pushing the franchise's already bizarro tone. Producer Josh Goldblum said the goal was to create complete lunacy. I think they succeeded. One reviewer likened the effect to watching a block of Adult Swim. The movie takes place a few years after the last one in 1999. The turn of the millennium was filled with Y2K anxiety, and VHS as a medium was on its way out. These segments vary in how 1999 they feel, but they've all got an unhinged energy that shows the series still has room to grow and explore, for better or worse. How many Y2 kills will be ushered in by this new murder millennium? Let's find out and get to them.
No response. Alright, cool. Let's go.
The movie begins with a stop-motion military short. At first, it seems like something a child would make, but pretty quickly, you realize how creative and well done it is. I mean, shit's got a rack focus. It's so good, I almost want to put these 4 soldiers on the count after they get crushed by a tank. But I'll stick to the rules for now, as the segment glitches away and channel surfs past the veggie masher from the last film. Wait a minute, what's going on here?
What's going on is that this one doesn't have a traditional wraparound, so your services are no longer needed.
Aw, really?
I mean, I'm doing the first segment.
Okay.
Really?
All right, let's do this.
No,
pants! Keep them on!
No! The first segment.
You try to take them off. That sounds about right. Seriously. Huh. I was wondering what the wraparound was, but apparently we don't have one. So it's just like, a little bit, boom. A little bit, boom. Alright, I think that's it, right? I mean, it said traditional. My guess is that little soldier thing, we'll be seeing that part later. Or at least that's how I see it, but let's just, first up, shredding. I guess we're going skateboarding. Or guitaring, I don't know.
Segment shredding focuses on rack, but not the usual racks this series loves to feature. Nope, as this MTV-esque intro reveals, Rack is a teen punk garage band. Its name an acronym of its 4 members. Lead singer Rachel, drummer Anker, and guitarist Chris and Caleb. The party of 5 minus 1 has a web show called Rack Fuck Shit Up! Aw, part 8? That's the one on the cruise ship, isn't it? Most of their content involves destroying jean jacket alert systems, acting like my kid when I'm in the bathroom, and generally shit-talking each other.
That's the closest you'll be to any pussy ever, dude.
Oi!
I get pussy.
Well, certainly not getting it on camera like this Teenage Mutant Ninja Oro, get up in her half shell, cunnilingus. They plan to break into an abandoned music venue called the Colony Underground. 3 years ago, it was headlined by an all-female punk band called Bitch Cat. They workshopped other names like Female Dog Cat, The Uppity Kittens, and I'm a Bitch, I'm a Lover, I'm a Child and a Mother, Cats. But that name would have gotten them sued. According to their 1995 demo reel, Bitch Cat were your typical counterculture fuck the man types.
We weren't made by a corporation. We grew our sound and our following grassroots.
I don't know what grassroots sound is, but man, I like it. Reminds me of Letters to Cleo or Paramore. Plus, their lead singer is Tybee Diskin from Backyard Effects and Fallout Nuka Break. So I'm in. All the music in this segment was written by singer-songwriter Dressage, who wrote this film's score, as well as the banger Perfect Day from Better Call Saul. Josie and the Bitch Cat's rise to fame was cut short by a freak electrical fire that broke out during their performance. In the ensuing chaos, all 4 members of Bitch Cat were trampled to death by the fleeing crowd, giving new meaning to the group's catchphrase.
Play
or die! Play or die!
I haven't heard that chant since Snake Plissken's basketball game. Rat plans to perform on the burnt-out stage at the Colony Underground, and Chris even gets Tiffany dolled up for the occasion. Everyone in the band is pumped. Well, except for Anker, who's just kind of their punching bag. He's worried about spirits he learned about growing up.
There are these stories, okay? Hindu stories about boots.
Boots?
Yeah, dead people. restless spirits with unfinished business.
He says that Buddha, not that one, can take control of humans who cross them, but his friends just deride his beliefs.
So that's why you went home and got a baggie of spices? They're like ghost-killing spices?
Yeah, salt. Haven't you seen Supernatural? They always keep that junk in baby's trunk. After descending into what's left of the music venue, though, Anker's fears are validated.
Is that a boo?
Sort of anyway. Shredding was written and directed by Maggie Levin, who made the musician-based My Valentine for Hulu's Into the Dark series. She also did second unit directing on The Black Phone, directed by her now husband Scott Derrickson. And whose son Dashiell plays Rack member Chris. It's a family affair. Levin was influenced by stuff she watched on MTV and VH1 growing up. The dialogue from Bitch Cat's promo was directly inspired by similar videos from the Spice Girls and Annie DeFranco. Other inspirations included Hole, Bikini Kill, and L7, who we just saw in Serial Mom, spitting on a flaming man. The kids come across a memorial to Bitch Cat and immediately start fucking with it. Literally.
Guys,
Then they find the stage and start the show.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I thought we normally did 4. Everything seems to be going well until they suddenly become the possessed. No, not that one. Seems that R, C, and K have demons running all through them. Whoa, whoa! No. It's just a prank at Anker's expense. Your friends fucking suck, dude. Rachel kind of...
Yeah, honestly, that one pulled out, I'll be like, okay, fuck you all, I'm out. At some point, you gotta leave. Like, if they were willing to pull that on you, bye-bye. Jeez. Like, even I wouldn't fuck with a ghost, you know? Just saying. Don't mess with the ghost wrestling place. Like, you know you're gonna ask for it. Like, I think you know what's gonna happen.
feels bad about giving Anker so much shit.
I'm sorry.
But that moment of genuine humanity doesn't last long.
Why can't you learn how to take a fucking joke, Spice Boy?
Fuck you! But what this little drummer Spice Boy wants, what he really wants, is to pa-rum-pum-pum run out of there. While the rest fill some sex dolls. With Jell-O?
Just how hard is it to crush 4 chicks to death?
Oh, okay, I guess we're doing like Mythbusters now?
Die, bitch!
I don't know if I trust the science on this. The revival of Stomp is interrupted by a menacing mic check.
Get off my fucking stage!
Honestly, it's a badass re-entrance for Bitch Cat that ends with Caleb's K-limbs falling from the sky in a Carrie-esque blood dump. It seems their Jell-O side has awakened the members of Bitch Cat, who return as twitchy zombies straight off the Return of the Living Dead poster. They corner Chris in a hallway and give him the Captain Rhodes treatment, tearing away at his tummy tissue. I think.
And
anyway,
this is why you
honestly,
don't mess
it's
with the
pretty
ghosts.
dark in here. Next up is Anker. Oh, no. Why are you still here, man? I thought you ran off. Well, it doesn't matter because Deirdre, the green-haired gem rival misfit, goes after him. But he says, "Get away from me, you bitch cat!" And Spice bays her in the face, forcing this bassist to play her own dead note. Unfortunately, he runs out of spice. And this anchor is dropped onto the count. I mispronounced it for a joke. Deirdre was played by feature actor Verona Blue, who Levin had in mind when she wrote the script. Blue did her own makeup and provided era-authentic clothing from her own wardrobe. And her melting ghost head was achieved by outfitting a mask with tubes filled with baking soda and vinegar. B+ science fair project, but an A+ kill. Rachel is left as the last one on the rack, so she runs around some annoyingly dark footage until she's finally torn apart off screen, with each piece just kinda, tossed at a wall. Yep, there's another, and there you go, you got it.
And then all the king's bitches and all the king's cats tried to put this Humpty Punk teen back together again.
A time jump takes us back to the stage, where the members of RAC have been Frankensteined back together. These rancid rag dolls were made using full-body casts of the actors. They were put together by Patrick McGee, who previously created Ratma and the Beast for VHS 94. The tape ends as our meaty marionettes FNAF their way through one final song. We then cut back to the Saving Plastic Ryan section.
Ha! I knew there was a wrap around. And check it out. Now we got motherfucking dinosaurs. Then we go
and back
to the next
again.
Segment.
Ha! Told ya!
Oh, wrap around.
Cool. I'll just be here.
Leave.
Hi.
Got it.
This one is called Suicide Bid and follows college freshman Lily as she rushes the top sorority on her campus. It's a competitive process, but she thinks she has a better chance than her roommate Helen.
You mean you really think they'll say yes to people like us?
Ouch.
No.
Not us.
She decides to make a suicide bid, meaning she won't apply to any other sororities. It's high risk, high reward, and seems to pay off, since we cut to Lily letting loose with a group of sisters. Imogen, Lucy, Hannah, and their leader Annie. Ooh, Annie kind of got a Parvati vibe. There's also a camera girl named Lindsay, whom we never see or hear, but she's there, I swear.
Hey, Lindsay.
See? I'm not lying. The Black Widow Brigade gets Lily wasted and leads her into the campus mausoleum? Are these tall girls
there
working
be a
for the
lock
tall
there?
man? They tell Lily an urban legend about a freshman named Guillotine who rushed their sorority 20 years ago.
She was desperate and alone, just like you.
Wow, these are just the meanest of mean girls.
Yep.
As part of a hazing ritual, Guillotine was buried alive in a coffin, but her sisters forgot to dig her back up. Probably too much brunettes. When they finally came back a week later, the coffin was empty.
Some say she just crawled right through into the underworld. And if you listen closely, sometimes you can hear a knocking sound.
The sisters offer Lily a place in their sorority, but only if she pulls a guillotine and spends the night 6 feet under. Man, you'd think people in this franchise would know not to fuck with any chicks named Lily. She's given a camera to record her experience, as well as a special box of courage.
Only open it when you're your most scared and about to pull the cord. It'll give you strength.
With that, Lily descends into the dirt. At least the coffin has a little glass window she can see out of. That's not. Oh, never mind.
More.
Suicide Bid was written and directed by British filmmaker Johannes Roberts, whose work we've seen on the channel with The Strangers Pray at Night. His other films include 47 Meters Down and its sequel, and the latest Resident Evil movie, Welcome to Raccoon City. Lily seems like she's doing okay at first, and pumps herself up by shit-talking her roommate.
I'm not like you.
I'm different.
Like that.
Helen's gonna watch this later and be like, why are you so obsessed with me? 15 minutes in though, Lily gets nervous when she hears scratches and thuds. It's the plastics, of course, playing into the guillotine legend. It causes Lily to open her box of courage, only to find it full of spiders that start crawling all over her. Big props to actress Ali Ionitis, who was lying in an actual coffin with actual spiders crawling on her actual face. They filmed this segment in a real cemetery in Pasadena, with a grave dug by a SAG-registered funeral director. For some scenes, Ionitis was set down there with the camera and just kinda had to figure out what to do with it. Lily yanks on a rope tied to a bell and begs the sisters to let her out, but they're too busy dancing in the rainstorm that just broke out. Campus security rolls up nearby, and the girls don't want to risk getting expelled. They knock down the bell and scatter, saying they'll come back later to let Lily out. Lily has a moment of reflection and records another message for her roommate Helen.
If you ever see this, I just want you to know that I'm really sorry. You're my best friend.
Helen's all like, we were assigned roommates and met last week. The rain starts filling in the rest.
Yeah, that's not good. Like, if your, like, sorority has, like, a hazing ritual that does this, you just might want to come out. Or at least just not join that sorority. Just saying, like, if there's a hazing ritual, I'd be like, peace. Like, I mean, at some point, you just gotta ban that shit, you know? Just saying, hazing rituals can be deadly, especially if you just don't do it right, you know? I mean, yeesh. Just saying. I mean, I never really joined a sorority or fraternity, you know what I mean, right? Fraternity, sorority, whatever. I never really joined, so I was just more of a study guy. Anyway.
Of the hole, causing Lily's coffin to get creaky and leaky. Sounding like the Titanic in this bitch.
Oh, that does
It's
not
actually
sound good.
legit horrifying, and gets worse when an undead guillotine presses her face against the lid window. She eventually breaks through and gets all up in Lily's face like a deadite as the camera shorts out.
Hi, Lily.
The guillotine mask was also created by Patrick McGee, who used small pull cables to control its facial movements. The next morning, the sisters return to find the waterlogged grave.
Are you fucking filming right now?
Ha! Classic Lindsay. You guys should probably delete that footage though. Imogen swims down to rescue Lily, but finds that the coffin is empty. Unable to explain what happened, the girls agree to take the incident to their graves. That happens faster than expected, since 1 week later, they're all waking up in their own coffins with their own cameras. Except for Lindsay. She gets a pass, I guess. Annie is confronted by an undead Lily, who explains that she traded their souls to Guillotine in exchange for her own.
I made a deal with Guillotine that if she let me go, I'd give her as many sisters as she could possibly want.
Wow, never seen such an articulate zombie before. Oh, wait, the half-corpse in
Yeah,
return.
true,
She
turns
was
Lily
downright
dead there.
pathetic. The tape ends with the 4 girls trapped underground to die, future members of Team Guillotine. We briefly cut back to the stop-motion interlude, where the army guys fight a rat monster, maybe as a nod to Ratma. It's pretty cool, but that's all we've got for the interlude, so on to the next segment. Chelsea, Rebecca, come on down!
Hey, Chelsea! Oh! Nice hit.
I told him not to Temple guard me. Oh, fuck. The third segment
here we go.
is
Ozzy's
called
Dungeon.
and begins with an episode of a children's game show with the same name. It's an homage to obstacle course-driven Nickelodeon shows like Double Dare, Guts, and Nick Arcade, but it mainly reminds me of Legends of the Hidden Temple. From its outfits to its showcasing of kids just like you.
Any hidden talents out there I should know about?
I personally always rooted for the Red Jaguars, by the way, and I still feel very strongly about this. In place of Kirk Fogg, we've got Stephen Ogg as the unnamed host, accompanied by some In Living Color style fly girls. Wow, Baby Billy took Bible bonkers in a new direction. Actually, he's giving me Willem Dafoe in Wild at Heart, but with his gums put back in the right place. The kid contestants have to compete in the Clash of Eggs and the Face Splat, all under the watchful eye of the host and his muscle mommy sidekick. If they win, they'll get to enter Ozzy's dungeon, where the unseen Ozzy will make their wildest dreams come true. The only catch is that literally no one has gotten to the end yet. Not surprising, since this show is wildly unsafe. During the first dungeon crawl, one contestant eats shit so bad she has to get taken out on a stretcher. Damn, sucks to suck.
You don't want to get dumped on, fool.
Good thing they've got highly trained EMTs.
Who
this
just
entire thing
dumped her out.
is so spot on to me for two crucial reasons. One, it understands how fixated 90s Nickelodeon was with goop and slop and mess. And two, it also understands how fucking terrifying Legends of the Hidden Temple actually was. On that show, if a temple guard caught you, you were violently pulled into whatever was behind the temple. My imagination went crazy with this as a kid, and I have a feeling the same fear of the unseen side of the temple inspired this segment. Ozzy's Dungeon was—
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, but god dang. Also, the fact that we never really got that far makes you wonder about what the heck Ozzy is. You never really see it. I mean, with the temple, we still got to see the master of the temple himself, you know? Ermac? I think that was the name, but I don't remember. It's been a while. But still, yeah, you know, it's pretty shady.
Directed and co-written by Flying Lotus, a musician and music producer who made his first foray into feature filmmaking with 2017's Kuso. I'm a long-time Flying Lotus fan, and I was lucky enough to see him live back in 2010 at the Ann Arbor Film Festival. There he scored the 1962 animated film Heaven and Earth Magic live. It's one of my all-time favorite film experiences, and it's been so cool as a fan to watch his artistic journey since. Flying Lotus, Go On Dead Meat podcast? The second challenge sees contestants catching saucy turkey legs in their mouths. This is like an early Survivor challenge that gets retired because someone fractured their orbital bone. By the end of it, there are only 2 kids left. Timmy from Los Angeles and
Donna, and I'm from Detroit, Michigan.
I like to think Flying Lotus chose Detroit because he cited one of its greatest exports, Jay Dilla, as a massive inspiration for his music. Oh, and the host stiffs Donna for a high five. Damn, man, at least let her show you where she's from. Anyway, the 2 of them are entering the final challenge, an obstacle course based on Ozzy's digestive system.
We're gonna crawl on our hands and knees through the large intestine and then out through the poop chute escape route.
But he poops from there. Well, not right now he doesn't. Donna gets an early lead, which upsets the host so much he starts shit-talking this other kid.
Timmy is not very good at all. One of these, there we go.
Gotta dig deep, Timmy. Too bad an obstacle oopsie causes Donna's leg to— oh, holy shit, just fucking— oh god, crack.
Oh, that looks bad, that looks bad.
Sure. Stop. Show it again. If you look closely, you can actually pinpoint the exact moment her leg breaks in 2. Turns out this is a tape being played in Donna's family's basement. They've kidnapped the host as revenge for Donna's debilitating injury.
You signed a waiver.
Oh shit, a waiver? Yeah, our bad, you can go. But really, you think that's gonna work on this snot-rocketing woman who's so mad her shirt's coming off? This is Donna's mom, Deborah, played by the late Sonia Eddy, who won a posthumous Daytime Emmy for her work on General Hospital. We've seen her on the kill count in Leprechaun Back to the Hood. She also apparently played the witch in Into the Woods on Broadway at one point, which which, if anyone has footage of this, I'll
Please
get
show.
you a Dreamcast.
Didn't I tell you I'd get you a Dreamcast if you did what I told you to do?
Deborah is pissed because she hoped the game show would be their family's ticket out of this dump. Last episode, I said the malicious attic was the stankiest location in all of VHS, but this one has
this
it
looks
beat.
like
I don't
they've
see
been
any
rough.
cats, but this is the kind of basement that has an overflowing litter box shoved under a Bowflex. But maybe
wanna
that
smell it?
smell
Sorry, I
is
had to
just
say it.
Donna's literal stanky leg.
Oh.
Gangrened from her injury. At least
Jesus.
she's a goth queen. The family subjects
looks
the
bad.
host to homebrewed versions of his TV games. The first challenge is honestly only slightly more dangerous than the original.
stabbed.
And instead of turkey legs, he's forced to catch raw chicken cutlets, likely dripping in wishbone.
Just get it all up in this pie hole.
I'm adding a trigger warning here
Yep.
specifically for John Taffer.
How dare you pick up raw chicken?
For the final challenge, they've
That's just them.
recreated Ozzy's obstacle course. Only this one is a little more detailed.
DUI.
What's all it? The brown stuff.
Man, don't ask
Don't
questions
ask.
you don't want to know the answer to. If the host can't beat the buzzer, he'll get a face full of this spicy Mountain Dew. Talk
Ooh,
about
that's
live wire.
acid.
In the movie's nastiest scene, we watch this guy slip and slide his way through the putrid play place. Zoran and I argued over who got to do this segment, and wow, I think we both forgot about how much poop
Yep.
there is
I
in
think
it.
James got
Despite
lucky.
a valiant effort, the host loses by a couple of seconds, earning him a flesh-melting flu shot. Before they inject him, though, he offers them a deal. In exchange for his life, he'll take them to Ozzy so Donna can have her wish granted. Damn, he caved fast. This lady would have
Can't
found
blame
Bin Laden the next day. They agree, and everyone bundles into the van for a family trip. Dads do be listening to Detroit's home for smooth jazz V98.7, I can confirm. While the show
cool.
itself has since been canceled, the mythical Ozzy remains in the studio under heavy guard. Deborah recaps what they're all gonna wish for.
New car. 10. $15 million, okay?
$15 million. Man,
Back then.
this is Nickelodeon. Best we can do is a trip to space camp. Flying Lotus took a lot of inspiration from his own family and created Deborah as a horror villain version of his own mom. The host sneaks them in
bad.
backstage and leads them into the actual Ozzy's dungeon. Wait, Muscle Mommy?
What are you doing here?
Do you live back
Wait, is she
here?
immortal?
What is your life like? Lying on a slab at the heart of the dungeon is an overgrown Ozzy. Donna steps forward to make her wish, but it's not to make her family rich and famous. Amongst all the poop and stuff, this segment has real commentary about kids being exploited for entertainment and personal gain. Deborah's been giving hardcore showbiz parent vibes.
Don't nobody want to see that on the big screen.
And apparently Donna's sick of it, since whatever she says causes Ozzy to split open and reveal his true form. He looks like Delia Dietz's sculpture brought to life. Again, Ozzy fires a ray of light that melts the faces of the host, Deborah, and her father. Host went through all of this to avoid getting his face melted, only to get his face melted.
bye, host.
The tape ends on a freeze frame of Donna looking awfully satisfied. We're proud of you, sweetie. Okay, this was fun and all, but I've got a game show to win.
Hunt, you know those are all rigged, right?
Why don't you believe in me?
We ever so briefly
Harsh.
return to the army men, who are all of a sudden smooching.
What the fuck are you doing, loser?
Hi.
Hey, is that my camera?
Don't take over my move. Turns out these interludes were a backdoor entrance into our next segment
There we
called
go.
The Gawkers. The retro Red vs. Blue show is the creation of Brady, who's been using his older brother Dylan's camera. Dylan's friend group consists of Kurt, Mark, and friggin' Boner. Yeah, dude calls himself Boner. Rocking those Scotty 2 Hottie sunglasses too. Being bored, dumb suburban boys with a video camera, they get into all sorts of idiot antics. I am embarrassed by how much I relate.
Okay. What do you want for lunch?
Hot Pockets.
Ah. It's a direct hit. When they're not finding giant snakeskins in the woods, they're talking about Y2K.
I think the world ending is more likely than you getting laid, bro.
Since plenty of you were now born after Y2K, I'll explain. It was a legitimate concern that computers would malfunction in the new millennium, since they'd get confused by the year 2000 and think it was 1900. Ultimately, it ended up being fine, but that's only due to the tireless work of countless programmers who made software and hardware Y2K compliant. I salute them. The group loses their idiotic charm when they start trying to sneak upskirt videos of random girls. The pubescent criminality doesn't stop there either. They start creeping on Dylan's sunbathing neighbor Sandra, who just moved in across the street. Thing is, she seems to be making it easy for them. He mentions that she's out there washing the car in Daisy Dukes every damn day. Maybe it's a Greek thing. At least I think she's Greek, given all those statues in her yard. And she's always making saganaki. Opa! They're pulling a peeping
Opa
Tom when they
indeed.
see Sandra get a delivery from a dorky dude who thinks he has a chance.
Not the dance! Oh!
It's a brand new computer, and she hires none other than boy pup Brady to help her set it up. Brady's the constant butt of his brother's jokes, but his new gig finally makes him one of the boys.
He's got more game than his big bro.
Yo, shut the fuck up!
Oh.
Almost. The Gawkers was directed by...
Yeah, honestly, I'm not surprised there, because, oh boy. That could happen. Though, Greek statues, all that, I don't know. Be a little worried, but then again, nothing too out of the ordinary. At least for, that. Anywho.
Tyler McIntyre, who co-wrote the script with frequent collaborator Chris Lee Hill. The two also created the teen slasher Tragedy Girls and have story credits on Five Nights at Freddy's. Last year, McIntyre directed Michael Kennedy's script, It's a Wonderful Life. He had his lead actor Luke Mullen do a lot of the filming himself with an era-appropriate camcorder. They went through a couple of cameras trying to get the right look, ultimately landing on the Sony Handycam Hi8. Dylan and his friends convinced Brady to install spyware on Sandra's webcam. He successfully pulls it off, earning him beer and approval. It shows how this kind of behavior can be reinforced and promoted.
He was a kid 5 minutes ago. This gentleman is a man.
Brady starts to feel guilty when things start getting real.
Just feel like a creep.
Dude, we're just having some fun.
I know, it's just... She trusted me, man. Just shut it off.
We will.
They will not. This segment was inspired by the suburban people watching of American Beauty and sex comedies like American Pie, specifically the parts that haven't aged well, according to McIntyre and Hill. They wanted to explore the perils of unchecked, horny teen behavior and mentioned Woodstock 99. Despite the subject matter, they aimed for a less intense segment to be a palate cleanser in this otherwise grody film. The rest of the boys sit back and watch the show, but this peep show turns creep show when Sandra pulls off a wig and starts growing snakes out of her head. What the fuck? Turns out this girl's a full-on Gorgon, like Medusa. And that snake skin they found earlier was shed by her. The Medusa makeup was another one done by Patrick McGee, who applied the snake skin through giant prostate transfers. He admits the effect was probably too subtle for the VHS quality video. Looks like Sandra knows they're watching her, which is exactly what she's wanted this whole time. She leaps across the cul-de-sac and into Dylan's bedroom, where she promptly starts tearing Mark a new one. Maybe more.
I guess he's not the
Kirk
Medusa.
tries to intervene, but is knocked back by a backhand?
Wrong hand, though.
But we never see him again, so I guess I'll add him to the count. Damn, you know that.
How did that work?
Dylan escapes and runs into Brady just as Boner is tackled and killed as well.
Oh boy.
The brothers flee as Boner's decapitated headstone is thrown after them. Brady tries to apologize, but Sandra doesn't accept it.
Oh, there he
turns him
goes.
into a statue. She then turns her stony gaze to Dylan, dooming him to spend the rest of his life as a tripod.
I'm back and I want a new car!
Whoa, really?
Yeah!
Oh, cool. We hardly ever leave the house, though.
Do you want to test drive it or not?
Yes, please. Thank you.
The camera blue screens into the fifth and final
Last
segment
one.
to Hell and Back. It begins on New Year's Eve, 1999. Videographers Nate and Troy have been hired for an unusual job. They're here to film a ritual being conducted by a coven of witches. These hex girls worship a demon named Ukuban and plan to give him a physical form inside this woman named Kirsten.
I volunteered to be the vessel because I've always felt like I was destined for something bigger than me.
The ceremony must be conducted near midnight, which just makes me think about time zones and how demons are seemingly affected by them. You can't explain that. Nate and Troy think this is all bullshit, but hey, job's a job. The summoning begins with your usual hand-waving and chanting. Very good, very synchronized. Pretty soon, Troy gets jump-scared by a figure behind the TV. The witches identify him as Furcus, a demon they just seem kind of annoyed by, like he's someone's weird kid who keeps getting out of bed and sneaking downstairs. They work to banish him, but before he leaves, Furcus manages to grab a hold of Nate and Troy. The two find themselves in a red-tinted, rocky new world. Oh great, Troy, we're on the plateau of Gorgoroth. Between a prop comedy-sized bear trap and a bare-butted demon boy, they start to figure they're not
in hell.
Kansas anymore. They're in hell. Troy panics and tries to shut off his camera light like he turned it on at a movie theater, and when it comes back on, it reveals 3 bloody bodies. They're impaled on what I assume is this guy's toothpick. I love this big Chernobog guy. This version of hell is so chaotic, we don't know if he's a devil or the devil or something else entirely. While running around, the guys encounter their first friendly face here, a scrabbly, scabby woman who confirms their situation.
Thou art fresh. What great sin dost thou commit?
Oh no, it's
We
like
got
having
dragged here.
eye
I didn't-
contact with a
not even
Renaissance
dead.
fair worker who's a little too into it. This Gollum-sounding beauty is Mabel, and in this house, we are big fans of Mabel.
Fresh souls taste best.
After Actress Melanie Stone really goes for it here.
Mabel was very much that, where I was like, oh, I'm getting permission to be like a total freak right now.
Mabel's familiar with Ukuban, who she says lives nearby. Stupid fat Ukuban. Nate reasons that since they rode a demon into hell, which is fucking awesome, they can just ride Ukuban back out when the witches summon him. Mabel agrees to lead them to him under one condition.
I return thee to Earth. Wilt thou write my name in the great book of the witches?
Yeah, sure.
My name is Mabel, the Skull Biter.
Homie Simpson, smiling politely.
They only have 8 minutes before midnight, though, and I don't think Hell has TSA pre-check, so they'd better get a move on. To Hell and Back was directed by Vanessa Winter, who co-wrote and co-produced it with her husband, Joseph Winter. We love a husband and wife horror team, folks.
Hey!
Joseph stars as Troy and brings a lot of levity to the role.
Hey, Mabel. Can you go to hell for an isolated shoplifting incident?
He also brings a lot of screaming. That's a sound you'll be very familiar with if you've seen Deadstream, which came out the same year as VHS 99. The duo created that Prime Rib nominated film using a lot of the same cast and crew as this segment. Melanie Stone appeared in it as Chrissy, while Nate's actor Archelaus Crisanto was its first AD. They filmed most of this hellscape in Fantasy Canyon, Utah. I love how different it feels from the other segments, thanks to them leaning into the rocky landscape. The location itself was pretty small, with only a few side valleys, so they relied on framing and blocking to make it seem vast and endless. The journey to Ukuban is fraught with dangers big and small, like this bloomin' onion of a bear trap.
I almost stepped right into that huge trap.
By the time Nate and Troy catch up to Mabel, she's pulling a quick snack off this spit-roasted campfire corpse. They run into more hellspawn, like this faceless Latin chanter and a half-woman, half-maggot voiced by Vanessa Winter. This creature, referred to as the Wormaid, was designed by Troy Larson, inspired by the half-animal, half-people demons in Hieronymus Bosch paintings. She was physically portrayed by stunt performer Ariel Winter. In order to portray the Wormaid, Winter had to have her arms uncomfortably taped to her sides.
Check it out.
Reverse worm.
This segment's got a ton of fun practical creatures who were designed to reflect Hell's social structure. Kudos to the performers wearing heavy makeup in the middle of the desert. The lucky ones got to shoot in front of a green screen. Mabel fends off the Wormaid with that roasted arm she pulled off, then announces they've arrived at Ukuban's back door. Never trust a weird little guy, though. They will bring you to a giant spider lair. They crawl their way past the webs, out of the orifice, and past some more tortured souls. Shout out to Cage on Head Lady. This feels like one of those old school circles of hell for moneylenders and flatterers. Troy arms himself with a very tiny trident before the group reaches Ukuban himself. They're attacked by the demon's robed followers who look like they'd be bad guys in TMNT. When Nate gets overwhelmed, he tells his friend to go on without him. Instead, Troy uses his giant salad fork to stab one cultist in the neck before nutshotting another and slashing him to the ground. The beefiest Slipknot member nearly throttles Troy to death before Nate intervenes and stabs him to death off screen with his trident. Very spurty. While they tried to do all the blood effects practically, a few didn't work on set, so they were augmented with VFX in post by Radio Silence and VHS 94 alum Justin Martinez. Mabel tries to join the boys, but she gets skewered at the last minute by another demon. With her dying breath, she reminds them to write her name in the witch's book. With the new year upon them, Troy and Nate take a running leap and get into Ukuban's belly. Troy makes it back in one piece, but Nate's been reborn in a different way.
We made it! Wait, my Tana!
Enraged that their ritual's gone awry, the witches stab Nate to death while he's stuck in Kirsten's body. I think that this is
that's a murder.
2 kills. Troy tries to crawl away, but he's sliced up by a scythe. As the coven argues with each other, the dying Troy uses his blood to write Mabel's name in their book of power. Imagine escaping from literal hell just to get murdered in a Girl Scout leader's basement. Could not be me. The feed briefly flashes back to a petrified Dylan and Brady. The movie ends as Dylan's camera battery dies. Over the end credits, the cultists can be heard chanting a new name.
Mabel. Mabel. Mabel.
Mabel.
Mabel.
Mabel.
Implying our favorite characters
she
might
ain't
be reborn.
done yet.
How many people were Y2 not okay after our latest visceral VHS viewing? Let's
Go
find
find
out
out
and
and
get to
get the numbers.
I found it on the murder tape.
No.
Nope, not
No,
this time.
all right? Ever since I became a parent, I don't want to watch my loved ones get killed on tapes anymore. I must be weird or something. This is sick, 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 and we're done.
Okay, well, that's probably for the best, because this one has your name on it. So.
Okay, well, fuck
Nope,
I said.
not-
You're
nah.
definitely watching this.
He's like, okay. He's like, okay, not me. Oh, never mind. It's you. Okay. Good luck, Soren.
Hey, I got my old camcorder to work. How are my boys doing today?
Oh, I mean, I'm fine, but I'm pretty sure our baby's drunk.
Soren, our baby's not drunk.
Oh, well, if you're not drunk now, you better be soon, because the Wonka kill count's gonna bring down the whole channel, and I need a new job.
That bad?
Oh yeah, it's worse than Critters 4.
I didn't think views could go lower than that.
Thanks for that, honey.
Oof, ouch.
Have you seen these labels that they put on things now?
Which ones?
The one that shows a little silhouette of a baby here getting a suffocation risk. I mean, come on, seriously. You'd be pretty dumb to file your baby in a Tupperware container. Right, Phoenix? What the? What? Baby's in the bed! Baby's in the bed!
Get him out of there!
Oh, right. Okay. Ah.
Huh?
Oh shit, is this thing possessed?
Yes?
What do you mean, yes?
What do you mean,
I
yes?
bought an open box and the condition said good, fair, or possessed.
Well, why would you pick possessed?
It saved us 42 cents.
Okay, we don't
Really?
need to
Save our baby!
Oh, right, okay.
Fine. Give me a second. Just get in there. Open her up. Huh?
James A. needs to hold apology conference following Wonka kill count controversy. Zoran, did you see this?
No, I didn't see this. I don't care what's happening with James. Take our baby.
Oh no.
What?
You know.
Dino's still inside.
I am not going back into that thing for a dino.
Baby will not sleep again.
Son of a.
Right. Okay.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Stay back. It's okay. It's okay. Daddy's got this.
He is so gonna die, isn't he?
I'm just gonna open it up and. I got this.
Watch your arm. Easy.
Got it.
Die!
We got you.
No. Stop.
Wait, no, stay back. Stay back.
Get out of here, okay?
Oh god, you're right.
I got this.
Okay, here we go.
Go, go, go. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up.
He doesn't need an arm for that stupid box. God, what is happening? Zoran?
And he's dead.
Zoran?
We'll go back down.
Honey? Oh,
Oh.
no. Well, Phoenix, looks like neither of us are going to be sleeping tonight. Yeah, you're right. I shouldn't be so cavalier about your dad dying. Wonder if I can salvage the flannel.
Don't.
Oh, well, that was fun. Want to get to the numbers?
True.
So are we not gonna acknowledge that we just watched me die? Guys? How am I
And
still
alternate,
alive?
alternate universe. We'll just
alive!
alternate universe, man.
We counted
got
33
a
kills in
Wonka kill
VHS
count we don't have,
99,
so
with
might as
18
well.
male victims, 14 female victims, and that one campfire corpse cooked beyond recognition. That
Hey.
gives us this nearly even Y2
Yeah,
pie
nearly.
chart. I'm sorry if you'd prefer a Y2 cake.
Yeah,
VHS
it
99
works.
is towards the bottom of the franchise in terms of quantity
So,
of kills,
second
but it
to
makes
last.
up for it in quality. Here's how the kills broke down per segment. Much
Man,
more even
Hellback
distribution
wins
this
this
time
one.
around.
Interesting.
With a runtime of 109 minutes, VHS 99 had a kill on average every 3.3 minutes. And with 5 segments, the movie had an average of 6.6 kills per segment. We'll give
Damn.
the Golden Chainsaw for coolest kill to the host and Deborah's family. This whole segment was
yeah.
a wild ride, and Ozzy's weird fucking laser face was an extra ounce of what the fuckery. Plus, y'all know we love to see face melts in a VHS movie. Don't machete for lamest kill will go to Kurt, since he just kinda disappeared.
Yeah, he didn't get hit with the right hand, too.
And that's it.
VHS
Could be
99
a
was
snake
released
bite, but
in
that's it.
2022 and broke Shudder's viewership record previously set by 94.
They quickly cranked out another sequel, VHS 85, as a bookend to this mini trilogy.
We'll look at
85
that
next.
next week after another Sunday refresher. But until
Till
then,
then.
I'm James A. Janice.
I'm Chelsea Rebecca.
And I'm a man who was punched in the nuts for turning the power off at his friend's Y2K party.
Really?
And this has been
by
the
the
Kill
kill
Count.
count.
On the next kill count.
Oh boy, it's time for another kill count.
Hi, Mickey.
Now this one's a doozy. Steamboat Willie entered the public domain this year, which means
Here we go, cash grabs.
coming to ruin your childhood.
Hey,
It's not a bad tactic.
But this ain't the modern Mickey Mouse.
This
No.
fucking guy.
It's 1920s Mickey, which means they can't have Pluto, a colorful outfit, or his trademark voice and giggle. Wait, yo, hold on!
Yeah, that's.
Mousetrap follows in the footsteps
There you
of
go.
Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, and the Mean One, except it's a lot
Worse.
worse.
Did you see him? No, and we don't want to.
Watch a guy dressed like Mickey Mouse for some reason kill some
Yeah.
people in an arcade for some reason.
I'm way too high for this. I'm way too high for this.
Yeah? Well, I'm not high enough to enjoy this thing. It's got bad kills, bad acting, and a batshit amount of padding.
Yeah, we know what that is.
I know I gotta
It's
cover
just
that
pretty
tomorrow.
gosh darn
Trust
bad.
me.
Oh, you bet your fucking ass it is, dude.
So I guess watch it. Or don't. I don't really care.
Some friend you
Yeah,
are.
fair.
But make sure you do watch the kill count this Sunday, only on Dead Meat.
He better be worth it. He totally won't be.
The Mousetrap.
Yeah, even I'm with that. I'm just like, really? Just a cash grab all like horror stuff. Like, you just gotta think, like, is this really like important? Like, come on. I mean, I don't know. Like, I know people want a horror like Disney, but this ain't the right way to do it. Okay. Well, like I said, I gotta cover that tomorrow. So wish me luck. Till then, adios.